The most valued currency of our future: trust. Who can you trust? Can you even trust yourself? The question becomes, what is real? Technology like AI will test your ability to trust yourself, testing if what you saw is real or true, not because of what you saw, but what your inner awareness instantly knows. Many people have ignored this primal frequency, causing it to atrophy. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's now the most valued asset you possess. It reawakens each time you remember how to trust yourself from having that first feeling that many times will catch you off guard when it first happens. When you get feedback from your inner awareness, you must harness it right then and there. Writing these occurrences in your journal is the first step toward mastering this. Here's something I experienced in the last few months that relates to what the inner awareness instantly knows. I had a health emergency that landed me in the Mayo Clinic emergency room. They discovered that I was overloaded with vitamin D3, causing my calcium levels to go sky high. A few hours after admittance, after they had all the test results, the doctor came into my room and told me I had cancer. This was the last thing I expected to hear. As soon as he told me that, I was instantly aware that I had no physical reaction to what he just said, like sinking in the stomach. You know the feeling, like what you just heard made your stomach turn over. That did not happen. This inner feedback that I mentioned earlier happens before you have a chance to interfere. This is the truth that you can trust. Moving on with this story, I knew I did not have cancer, as he continued to say how sorry he was about the diagnosis. He was surprised at how calm I was and asked me if I understood what he just told me. And I said, yes, I did understand. Concerned that my kidneys were damaged from the excessive use of D3, they performed an ultrasound. That's when they found a tumor on the adrenal gland. Following up with many more scans, the surgeon determined that in addition to having to remove the adrenal gland and tumor, I would lose a kidney and they would have to cut and reattach the IVC vein, along with chemo and radiation. When the doctor told me all this, again, I did not get that sick feeling in my stomach. She was very intense as she looked at me and asked if I understood what she just told me. And I said, yes, I did. She looked over at the other doctor in the room with us, both shocked that I did not react. Then came the biopsy, showing that I did not have cancer. Next, the team of doctors determined that I would not lose my kidney or need to cut and reattach the IVC vein. I went through with the surgery to remove the tumor and adrenal gland it was attached to, and that was the end of it. The moral of this story, as it relates to what you can trust, will be your ability to trust what comes through you, no matter what the outer world is telling or showing you. With AI coming on strong, this will become more important than ever before. On the other hand, you will see and hear things that you will not want to believe, even though it's true. Tune up your inner awareness and start testing it now. Follow my work by signing up for Weekly Healings with Linda and get the companion journal to my True Story Guided, entitled My Guided Journey to Reawaken and Trust Yourself Like Never Before. Journal writing since I was 7 years old heightened my awareness and how I learned to trust myself. Once you start, you won't want to stop. Okay, I'm going to read from the little book, How to Live a Guided Life, Meeting the Real You. And this one is Your Awareness is Always On. And this is from the guides. During the day, your experiences come and go, but your awareness is always on. A good analogy would be when you are listening to the radio in the background as you go about your day. You have certain experiences throughout the day while the radio is playing. Occasionally, you give your attention back to the radio, to a song you like, or a news item you came across. Your experiences and routines are interrupted by that transmission. You are here to observe and learn. When messages come through from your awareness, they are deliberate. Just like you could listen to the radio only in the background and not really hear it. You can miss certain guidance and transmissions from your awareness. Once you realize that it's always playing, then you can learn to tune out experiences and distractions and focus on the guidance. And this is for me how it works. This is a subtle shift between worlds. You are here, but you are always receiving guidance from them over there. So, how do you tune into your awareness, their guidance, more often? If you are just tuning in to what you want to hear, then you are not listening to your guidance. That's selective listening coming from an insecure ego. You will know it's your guidance when you get what you didn't expect, or you may not even understand when it first comes through. Trust those transmissions coming directly from your spirit guides and see how much better your life works out. Okay. And just remember, you have help. You are never alone and always being guided.